It's Year 10 Science with Drake time. And we're finally doing DNA, genes, biology. We've been waiting for it. We've been waiting for it, and we're pretty excited. I wanted to make this video because I really like teaching this stuff and I wanted to do a little bit of a talk about it. You can get this information from the videos I've sent you. You can get this information from the Style app that I've set as well, but I wanted to talk about it because I love talking about it. So I'm going to teach you about DNA and genes and how they code for you. They provide all the instructions for organisms. So it's kind of like the recipe containing all of the instructions to make a cake. Your DNA and your genes contain all of those instructions to say, make old mate this way. So today we're going to be learning about how DNA relates to structure and functions of an organism, describe the structure of DNA and how the four bases fit together, and explain what genes are. It's a little video to have a watch. You can watch that in your own time of old mate T-Rex. Answer those questions there. I wanted to start off here. So if we look at these colorful things over here, they are amino acids. And amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. Proteins make up all of the things in our cells. Cells put together make up tissues. Tissues together make up organs. And organs make up organisms. All right, but what provides the codes for these amino acids? That's right, your DNA. So DNA says collect these amino acids, put them in this sequence to make this protein. And that's why our proteins are slightly different from one another, because the differences in DNA. So let's have a look at the structure of DNA. What a beautiful molecule we have here. This is called a double helix. In the middle of a double helix, I like to think of it like a twisted ladder. So the rungs of our ladder are the base pairs. These are our bases. And think of them like a better love story than Twilight. Old mate Edward, old mate Bella. A and T can only join together. G and C can only join together. You won't get A and C joining, not compatible. They are not base pairs. So adenine and thymine are base pairs, and guanine and cytosine are base pairs. Down the sides of our ladder are sugars and phosphates. The sugar in DNA actually is why it's called DNA. It's deoxyribose sugar. So DNA stands for deoxyribose nucleic acid, because the whole molecule is a type of nucleic acid, which is a macromolecule. Some questions that you can answer. All right, this task here is pretty simple. Cytosine always matches up with guanine. Adenine always with thymine, and you can do the rest. So one thing they haven't really mentioned here is a nucleotide. So nucleotides make up DNA. So this base would be attached to a sugar, deoxyribose sugar, and there'd be a phosphate molecule here as well. Sugar, phosphate, sugar, phosphate, sugar, phosphate. One base, one sugar, and one phosphate is known as a nucleotide. Oh, this is a good one. If 30% of the bases of DNA are guanine, what percentage would be thymine? We know that guanine's 30. That must mean that cytosine is also 30 because they're BFFs, base pairs. That means 30 plus 30 is 60. So the rest of the molecule is 40. That means there must be 20 adenine and 20% thymine. Hope that helps. Next we look at genes. So if a DNA molecule is this long, maybe the codes that make up this part is considered a gene, and a gene will code for a protein. Okay, so the gene is the specific order of bases. Those bases, those A's, T's, G's, and C's will be in a specific order to code for a protein, and that's called a gene. Watch that video, you can do that in your own time. Answer those questions, you can do that in your own time. Here is an animal cell over here with the nucleus shown. Inside the nucleus is the DNA, and there's the DNA there, beautiful double helix. Part of a DNA molecule is called a gene with a specific order of bases. One of these is called a base, and then eventually a gene will code for a specific protein. Hopefully there's enough to answer these for you from what I've said before. And there you have it. Really quick introduction to DNA, genes, and proteins. I've got a video that I've put on there for you to watch as well. You can watch these videos on the Stylabs. Hopefully that helps you answer those questions. Cheers.